Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our special webinar celebrating World Youth Skills Day. World Youth Skills Day observed on July 15, and it's a day dedicated to recognizing the importance of equipping young people with skills for empowerment, decent work, and entrepreneurship. Today, we come together to explore and celebrate the diverse talents and potential of youth worldwide. May I request our respected principal, Dr. Moitri Ray Kanjilal, to deliver her welcome address. Madam.
Thank you, Chitrita. May I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Very good evening to today's guest, Professor Sharburi Shaba and Professor Shananda Laha. Very good evening to all the participating students, my dear colleague, and all the members of NSS unit and IQC. I welcome all the members present here, and also I am very much grateful to today's special guest, Professor Sharburi Shaha. The NSS unit, in collaboration with IQAC, is going to organize the webinar to observe World Youth Skill Day. Youth skills. Actually, the youth, they are the main figure of the society. They have the role to develop the society. So it is very much required to enhance the skills of the youth. And the two terms are there, peace and development. First, I am highlighting the development. The development. Development means to develop the society, to develop the human being, to develop individuals. Very good evening to all the participating students, my which will be benefited to the society and all the members of NSS. So one youth and he or she can do I welcome the role. All the members. It is the responsibility of the youth. And also I am very much the steering of the society, special guest for their right path. The NSS unit and in collaboration with IQAC, it is going to organize the workshop, webinar to observe society. But if there is no skills, then it will not sustain for a long day. Actually, the youth and are the main, they are very much figure of the society. So I convey the thanks to the NSS to develop the society, organizing this. So it is very much webinar to enhance the skills of the youth who are the future and the society. They are who have the responsibility to take first main role, highlighting the development, sustain in the society for the development of the society, to maintain the peace of the society, everything. So I thank to the NSS individual, very good IQC unit, to develop. I am very much grateful to today's speakers. The speakers are there, the society, all the members of NSS, all the students, all the participants, and I believe this webinar will create a grants. All the members, this is the responsibility of the youth. And also, I am very much the steering of the society.
Thank you, madam. And we are always grateful to you
the
for
NSS unit
in collaboration with
IQAC.
And now, may I request Dr.
Shimali Portugal,
our respected webinar
to observe society.
But
if there is no skills, then it will not sustain for a long day. Actually,
a very good afternoon
and are the men, they are very much flavor of the society. So I they have thanks to the NSS to develop the society organizing this. So it is very much backward to enhance the students of the youth who are the future and the society there who have the responsibility to take first main role highlighting the development strength in the society for the development of the society to maintain the peace of the society. So I can this thanks to the developing individual very good evening to the very much grateful to today's speakers, great speakers at the society, all the members of all the students, all the participants, and I believe this very hard created all the members. This is the responsibility of the youth. And also, I am very much despairing of a society
Thank you,
to some
madam.
guests for
And
their
we are
best
always
support.
grateful to you
NSS
for the
unit in
support and
collaboration with
encouragement.
IQAC.
Now, may I request Dr.
Is going to
Shishir
organize the
our
workshop
respected
where we will
manager
show
IQAC,
webinar on society.
to
But
deliver his
if there is
valuable
no
speech.
space, then it will not sustain for a long day. Actually, the fees and are the men, they are
Thank you,
very much
Sumallo.
flavor of the society. So I they have thanks to the NSS
Now we'll
to
start
develop the
our
organizing.
technical
So it is
session.
very much backward to enhance the students of the youth who are the future
And
and
we
the
have
society there who have the responsibility to
respectable
take first main role highlighting the development strength in the
Professor Sharbari
society
Saha,
for the
University
development
of
of
Kolkata,
society to maintain
and
the peace of the
Shananda
society.
Laha, our dear colleague
So I
from the Department of
can this
Education.
thanks to the developing
And with
individual
the
very good
permission of
evening
our
to
principal madam
develop
and
very
his
much
co-founder,
grateful to today's
we'll start
speakers,
our
great
technical
speakers
session.
at the society,
And
all
may
the
I
members
request
of all the students,
Professor
all
Sharbari
the
Saha
participants,
and
and I
Vikram
believe
to
this
start
do
our
and welcome
technical session.
all the members. This is the responsibility of the youth. And also,
We
I
want to
am very
hear
much
a short
despairing of a society
profile
to
of
some guests
Professor
for their
Sharbari
best
Saha.
support.
Grateful to you
The
for
NSS
the
unit in
support and
collaboration with
encouragement.
IQAC.
And now may I
It
request
is
Saha,
going to organize the
and our
workshop
respected
where we will
member,
show webinar
Executive
on society.
Kolkata,
But
deliver his
if there is
valuable
no
speech.
space,
She did
then
her post
it will
graduation
not
from the
sustain
University
for a
of
long day.
Calcutta,
Actually, the
PhD
fees
RM from
and are the
IMT
men, they
Ghaziabad,
are very much
and
flavor of the
certificate trainer
society.
on
So I they
interpersonal
have
skill from IIT Kharagpur. May I request Professor Sharbari Saha to start her session.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you, Principal Madam Moitridi, as well as Chitrita and Shoma Lusa for inviting me and having me over today. Forgive me for my voice, which is not going well for quite some time. So I will try my best to get across to you all. So this is such a topic which is so close to my heart that the moment I was approached by Chitrita Madam, I just couldn't keep myself and I said, okay, I'm going to address or I'm going to speak to the youth today. So just before I begin, let me see if I can share. I'll try to share.
ও আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ইউটিউবে কেউ দেখবে না ওটা আমাদের রেকর্ডের জন্য বুঝেছো তারপর আমি কি করে ফেলবো তুমি আমার রেকর্ড
চিত্রিতাদি মিউট করে দাও চিত্রিতাদি মিউট করে দাও তোমার অডিওটা আনমিউট করে দাও
আচ্ছা I just want to know, can all of you see the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
না ইউটিউবে তুমি যেটা ওটা রেকর্ড হচ্ছে তো মানে এন্ড অফ দ্য স্ট্রিম হ্যাঁ লাইভ তো ওটাই তো তুমি পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারবে পরে তাই তো লাইভ স্ট্রিম তো যখন পাঠিয়েছিল সিনজিনি পুরোটা ছিল ওর মধ্যে মানে আমি পরে ওই লিংকটা শেয়ার করলে হবে দেখতে পাবে তো সেটাই বলছি ও তাহলে কি হবে?
Chitrita, may I start?
Yes, yes, Sharparadi. Yes,
Uh,
please.
So if you could please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Now, before I begin the afternoon, I must go back to one of our famous poets, Shukanto Bhattacharya. And he had said, 18 বছর বয়স, the age of 18 and plus, the age which stands between being a teenager to taking over post 30. Those few years are, according to him, এ বয়স যেন ভীরু কাপুরুষের নয়, পথ চলতে এ বয়স যায় না থেমে, এ বয়সে তাই নেই কোনো সংশয়, এ দেশের বুকে 18 বছর আসুক নেমে. And that is exactly why we are today addressing the youth. And this is where we stand, our generation, who finds that we are here at a crossroad where there is terrible lack of leadership all around us, all over the world. The youth has been brought up with very narrow kind of outlook, which was primarily creating them to be very focused only on their own selves. But that focus within their own self was also not something that they wanted to discover and find out. So just a minute, how do we, I'm not very conversant with this. Okay. Can anybody tell me how this can be?
Ma'am, if you try to press F5.
Okay.
See? That must be the upper door of the keyboard.
Yes, F5. No, I think I have to do it in my own on my own laptop first, isn't it? Is it so?
Yes,
So we
Sharparadi.
can see that. But you see at the end, at the right-hand side corner of your
Can you see
window,
me?
that,
Can you
yes,
see
yes.
this? Okay, but I cannot see myself, but you people can see this, right?
Right. We can see that.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. So, when we were talking about the youth, we said this is one generation which stands in between ours and the little children who are growing up in this country and in the world. So the youth have got tremendous potential, and unfortunately, the self-introspection in the right direction does not happen. So many a times the tremendous treasure that is there in them, the powerhouse that they are, does not get adequately utilized. So actually the youth are a revolutionary force, a phase of life where dreams are built. This young generation, they are always dreaming, and there is a bright future which is foreseen by them. They are trying, they are coming up with so many dreams, but the point is that these years are to also foster moral principles, construct value system, and to begin an all new journey on the path of the right. Now this right is something that today's youth are little confused. What they are seeing around themselves, all around, is a kind of environment where what is right and what is wrong, it is our generation, unfortunately, who could not give a clear definition of that. So often, students, young people, they are asking, you are talking about this is right, but we see that these people are doing everything wrong and they're all fine. But this is where you people need to understand what is actually right, what wrong things are happening around us, is something that should teach us how we can filter all that, we can take away those things from us, and we can see that these people ultimately they don't land up to be something successful or someone who really achieves something. So staying on the path of moral principles, ethical values, all these things actually guide you to the path of the right, and you aim to get something which is ethical and good, not only for yourself but for the entire country and the world. So you are the nation's strength. In fact, the generation of ours is actually waiting for you people to come up today and take up the entire power to take over the country and guide us, guide the other generation towards a very, very peaceful world. Peace is something which actually is a lost word today. All over the world, people are becoming heartless. And that is where we need to have a generation who will rethink about what is peace. So if you are the nation's strength, you have lot of potential, and there is lot that you can do. You can play a significant role in the development. So bringing about peace within yourself, within the family, within the society, as well as the country at large, and development in various ways are what you people can really contribute to. So actually, why are we saying all this? That there is so much of potential, as I said. So you need to fight for your identity in the society. You need to fight for equality, for the homeless. There is a lot of bullying going on around us. Unemployment problems are there. Exploitation is there. Poverty and other problems which the world faces today. Now, this word unemployment is something that we are talking about right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Arunachal. But one thing you students or you young generation need to understand, that always unemployment is a problem. This statement is a very vague statement. What we people need to understand is it is not unemployment, but it is the unemployability. That is, people are not employable. So to become employable, what are the qualities, what are the qualifications, what are the skill sets that you need to develop? That will automatically give you employment. There is nothing called someone who's really, really good who will be left unemployed. If there is exploitation going on, raise your voice. Fight against poverty and other problems which the world faces today. World is full of opportunities, and great minds. Why we call you people as great minds? Because you people are fresh. You have got so many things which you think differently, but we cannot, because we are few years older. You people are ahead of time. So maybe the way you look at things, you could bring in a huge lot of change. So for doing all that, as I again say, good morals and values are absolutely required to handle conflicts. Never compromise with the wrong, no matter what, because ultimately honesty, good morals, values win. It is a very, very what should I say, maybe a temporary thing that you see that, okay, wrong people, they are also doing well. No, in the long run, you have to stay firm on your good morals and values, and you are definitely going to bring and taste what is success. But for that, you need to be very, very, you have to be very determined. You have to stay fixed with your own values and morals, and keep your eyes fixed at your goals. So we have so many aspiring doctors, entrepreneurs, scientists, and who knows, we may be having a next president of the country in this huge youth, that the entire group that is there. So you people have got n number of potential that you people can. You also do not often know what holds or what you people are holding on to. So there is a power within. Now the vision of our country lies in your hands. Look at those people. Some of them have got their eyes tied and some have their eyes open. So your vision will be the vision of the country, and for that you have to look ahead. Don't stay tied up. Don't stay with your eyes closed and think that there is nothing much to do. There is so much to do. They're filled with tremendous and towering ambitions. It will be a great wastage of human resources if you people are not given opportunity. Now, nobody will come to you at your doorstep to give you opportunity. You have to break all shackles and go and search for opportunity, because every single moment, every single day when the sun rises, it's a day which gives you, or which comes with so much of opportunity. It is us at the end of the day for us to understand how did we utilize the day, which was full of opportunity. So it will be actually a great wastage of human resource. Now, why do we call you people or human beings as resource? Because see, we are the ones who are contributing. And say, for example, if it's a company, it has a beautiful building, wonderful office, but that building and office is not the company. Company is the people who are working over there, who contribute to making that company, the name of the company, become a success or a failure. So hence we are resources, the resources that can contribute in so many various ways. And if you possess talents, you can definitely contribute in so many various ways. So the land today, or we people need these youth in order for our soil to become a brighter one. You are the ones who can create a bright country, a country which has promises. Go back to that period of the Renaissance, where we had all our great leaders. And if you go back to history, you will find that all of them were young people. No old post 70 people were leading the country when we were looking for fighting against the British, or we were the Bengal Renaissance, which saw the tremendous potential which came into force and gave us various results in, all the treasures that we still cling on to had come from the youth, people who were young minds, and there was no stopping them. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. Their goals were fixed, and they knew how they are going to change the world. So we need good education. Now, by education, there's this word education has been misconstrued by the world as well as the general people around us. Education is not degrees that you collect. Education is not the paper certificates that you collect. Education is how you grow as a human being. Only if you are a good human being can you become a good citizen of tomorrow. To learn skills, to do the job that the country's economy needs. An education that will contribute to the country's growth. That is education. I collect a certificate and I'm happy that I have got this particular degree. And so I can call myself educated. That is wrong, absolutely wrong. So you need to definitely know how to read, write, think, understand. You also need to analyze and discuss the issues that the country faces. Unfortunately, students, what has happened is we all have been gifted with a gadget called the mobile phone. And the mobile phone and the internet that was brought to this country was for a constructive purpose. But unfortunately, the internet is today full of 75% of people are only watching garbage over there. But there is so much to learn through internet, through this mobile phone, that you can really create a new self of yourself. But what happens is, unfortunately, we are drowning ourselves into social media, which is just giving you a temporary, what should I say, happiness. You're trying to look for some kind of, some people trying to tell you they like you, you're collecting likes, you're posting your selfies. All this is such tremendous wastage of time. So you are the ones, if you can face or your faces create something new in this country, then the entire image of the country changes. Today, you know what? How many of you have really understood that all this extra thing which comes to us for free, we find everything is free. So we are using it. Now, nothing comes free. Remember one thing, if you are using something for free, then you become the product. They are actually using you. You have sold yourself to that, and you are the product, and you are unknowingly creating or wasting time by giving others the chance or the platform to grow. So please, definitely internet is good, but the idea is, if India's youth can drown themselves into the intoxication of social media and the other so-called distractions, then this entire powerhouse of this country can be lost into the oblivion, and this country will ultimately become one of the weak countries of the world. This is actually an international plot. So keep
Sharmini,
yourself, Ham. Yes.
sorry for the interruption. Your
Well,
slide is not changing. Your slide.
I am not changing. I have not changed
Okay.
as yet. I
Okay.
have not changed.
Okay.
So, so actually, what I was trying to say is, refresh your. You should be very, very proud of your culture, the trends and traditions of the society, and do not adopt traditions of the West or countries where things are not in tune with our values. Vivekananda had said, ape the West, but take the good and filter the bad. So that is something that we people need to be very careful of. And entire success of the nation depends on the youth. So you people are the problem solvers. Given a chance, you need to be given a chance. So nobody is going to come and give it to you. So take the chance on yourselves, and you can play a vital role in eliminating terrorism, poverty, conflicts, everything that today we are fighting with in the society. So you have the power to unite individuals of various ethnic groups. No discrimination should be there in this country. So we are all together, because only then an united country can fight any kind of problem, because we are then together. So racism, religion, whatever issues come to us, we people will definitely be in a position to fight it out. You youth can do it, because living in peace with love and care is only thing that can help us to achieve a constructive end of our lives. So whatever results we are aiming for, it has to be, if there are problems, there will be problems. There is no one's life which is sans problems. Problems are there, but we have to solve problems. We cannot drown ourselves into the river of sorrow and say that, no, sorry, I was born that way. I was born in a wrong place. No, you are not. Whatever problems, if the problems have come to us, there are ways that we can solve the problems. It is only that we are not discussing issues. When you young generations sit together, what are the things that you are discussing? The entire country, the entire world today is going through such a tough situation, and it is affecting every single life. So with that situation around us, you people should be thinking about these problems, discussing about these problems, trying to find out solutions to these problems, and how you are going to help others solve these problems. So these are some things that you need to think about. You people need support, definitely. You need to support one another. You need the support of the society, because together, if you are supporting one another, you can achieve any height of success. So you are our life and the nation's life too. So the young generation are actually the heartbeat of the nation. So you can make the country proud. So support, of course, support each other. Try to look for support around you. Our generation is always ready to give out a hand to, help you people to understand, discover yourselves. So support from fellow citizens is always available. It is just that you need to break those curtain of shyness and hesitations, and come forward and find out who can and from where can you can get support. You are the driving force of tomorrow. So, you know why we say driving force? Because you people are still young. You are healthy mentally, physically. So you can actually bring a massive change, 360 degrees change to the face of the nation. So acknowledge your responsibilities. First, accept your responsibilities, that yes, we are the youth, we are responsible. We have some responsibilities towards our family, our society, and our country. And sometimes you can think of the world too. Stop blaming the present environment. I have often heard, people saying, আরে আর কিছু হবে না, আরে যা হওয়ার হয়ে গেছে, এখানে আর কি হবে, আরে क्या होने वाला है, कुछ भी करो तो कुछ नहीं होता है. So these are the things that, we take recourse to when we just don't want to do something. So just stop blaming present environment. Just buckle up and bring the change. Say, whatever it is, we are going to fight out and we will bring change. So learn from the past, both good and bad. Past has got stories which are good, which are bad. There are lessons we can learn from mistakes people have made and not repeat those mistakes. And of course, we can learn from all the good work that was done by people and adopt those good things and try to bring in a beautiful world tomorrow. Now, here is a story of a young boy named Samir. So, Samir, I'll just run through the story and then you're going to tell me what you think it is. So Samir met other young people like himself, eager to learn, full of dreams and hungry for opportunities. The facilitator, Mr. Patel, a seasoned community leader, welcomed them with warmth and encouragement. She spoke passionately about the importance of youth development, not just for personal growth, but for the prosperity of the entire town. MS Patel shared stories of young leaders who had sparked positive change in these communities through education, entrepreneurship, and civic engagement. She emphasized that investing in youth meant investing in the town's future. Inspired by her words, Samir felt a newfound sense of purpose. Over the weeks that followed, Samir and his peers delved into workshops on leadership, communication, and problem solving. They learned how to turn their ideas into action and collaborated and addressed local issues such as improving recycling practices and other things. So Samir became more involved. He noticed transformation within himself. Now, this is very important. He gained confidence in his abilities, developed empathy for others, and discovered a passion for environmental sustainability. With guidance from mentors and support from peers, he began to see the impact of youth could have when given the tools and opportunities to thrive. One sunny afternoon, Samir stood before the town council to present their community garden initiative, an idea born from their workshops. He spoke eloquently about the benefits of green spaces and the importance of sustainable living. His passion resonated with the council members. So you see, if you people think, others will also accept, who pledged their support for this project. Months later, the once neglected corner of the town bloomed with variant flowers and fresh vegetables. Families gathered to tend the garden. Children played among the beds of herbs. The neighbors shared stories over harvest festivals. The community thrived thanks to the vision. Now, you tell me, students, if any of you, I would love to listen from any one of you. What do you think really happened to Samir? What do you think happened to Samir? Any one of you? Anyone? Are you there? Are you anyone there? Students? Okay, so what really happened with Samir was Samir's journey from curious bystander to proactive change maker taught him a valuable lesson. So what was it? See, we all love to be bystanders. Acha দাঁড়িয়ে আছি, সবাই করছে, আচ্ছা করুক, অমুক সে করুক, ও করুক, ঠিক আছে আমি দেখছি। সো বাইস্ট্যান্ডার কেউ করতে চাই না। সো সমীর এখানে দেখো bystander থেকে proactive change maker holo. So it taught him a valuable lesson that youth development is not just about preparing individuals for the future. It is about nurturing their potential to shape a brighter, more inclusive community for all. So দেখো he understood যে আমরা সবাই মিলে যদি এগিয়ে আসি, একটা ছোট্ট কর্নার ওদেরই সোসাইটির কোনো একটা জায়গায় ওরা একটা সুন্দর বাগান তৈরি করতে পারলো, সেই বাগানটা একা তো পারেনি সমীর, তার সাথে সবাই এলো হাতে হাত ধরে, তারা তো একটা চেঞ্জ আনতে পারলো। সো when he looked out over the thriving garden, he knew that the seeds of youth development once sown could grow into a flourishing landscape of hope and opportunity for generations to come. একটা চেঞ্জ যখন সোসাইটিতে হয় সেটা এমন হয় যে সবাই সেটাকে আঁকড়ে ধরে থাকতে চায়, কেন এটা একটা নতুন দিন, নতুন নতুন একটা চেঞ্জ যেটা সবার পক্ষে ভালো। সো you can bring that change as youth. So you are a change driver. কেন? Because diversity আছে তোমাদের মধ্যে। Your age is, you come from various age groups, various social backgrounds, various educational backgrounds. So diversity থেকে কি হচ্ছে, brain থেকে নানান ideas বেরোচ্ছে। There are various things sorry, that are coming out from your minds. Your brain is working. So you can think something different, which maybe people of our generation have not been able to understand. So diversity is there in you people. So what can you do for the positive youth development? You can, these are the 5 things that you can do. Think of competence. That is, your cognitive competence, in other words, refers to cognitive abilities. তোমার ব্রেন, তোমার মাথা, তোমার মন, তোমাদের সব কিছু মিলিয়ে যেটা abilityটা আছে, you can make decisions on that. That is cognitive competence. Social competence, of course, তোমাদের আছে to develop, সেটা কি আরেকটু ডেভেলপ করতে হবে, টু ইন্টারপার্সোনাল স্কিলস ডেভেলপ করতে হবে, যেখানে we don't stop at conflicts, we try to resolve conflicts. So that is social competence. যে কারোর সাথে কারোর ঝগড়া হলো, ওখানেই মারপিট হলো, ওখানেই শেষ হয়ে গেল, আর সম্পর্কটাই হলো না, সেইটা না করে how can we solve, how can we resolve conflicts is something that we need to understand. And finally, of course, academic competence. তোমার presentations in your college, in your development of knowledge is something that is academic competence. And health competence, এই তিনটেই হতে পারবে না যদি না তোমাদের হেলথ তোমাদের সহায় হয়। So we have to be very careful about your physical fitness. And vocational competence পরে আসছি, সেটা হচ্ছে you are trying to think of what special things that you can do. You are trying to explore through all the experience that you are gaining. So that is competence. Second is confidence, very, very important. An internal sense of overall positive self-worth and self-efficacy. আমি নিজেকে কতটা ভ্যালু করি, how much do I value myself? From there comes my self-worth. That is my self-worth. And from there, how effective I am going to be will be my self-efficacy. So that is confidence. Next comes connection. Positive bonds with people and institutions that are reflected in the exchange between individuals and his or her peers. মানুষ মানুষের সাথে যদি বন্ডিং না হয়, if there is no bonding among people, there cannot be happiness around you. There cannot be work that you want to do, but in a silo, মানে একটা একটা আইল্যান্ডে দাঁড়িয়ে একা কারোর পক্ষেই কোনো চেঞ্জ আনা সম্ভব নয়. So you have to understand that I need to have connections with people, and together we can contribute to the relationship, which can bring some positive change. Then the very, very important thing is character. You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for them. The weak, the poor, the people who do not really have the voice, how much can you do for them? That shows your character. যার কাছে পাওয়ার আছে, যার কাছে পয়সা আছে, তাদেরকে দিয়ে আমি কাজ করালাম is fine. That anybody can do. But you will only become a person of character when you have the sense of right and wrong, respect and societal and cultural norms. মানে you will respect what the society and the cultural norms are, the rules, regulations are, and you respect all that, and you lead your life that way, and possession of standards of correct behavior. This particular thing is gradually, not being inculcated among the youth. And, we people think that হচ্ছে না, somehow হচ্ছে না। হচ্ছে না কেন? এই জন্য হচ্ছে না যে আমরা কারেক্ট বিহেভিয়ার কোনটা, রেসপেক্ট ফর মাই ওন কালচার কি, এবং কোনটা ঠিক কোনটা রং, এই সেন্সটাই আমরা হারিয়ে ফেলেছি। সেইটাকে আবার ফিরিয়ে আনতে হবে। আমাদেরকে বুঝতে হবে যে our character is something which I make for myself, and there is no compromise whatsoever that we should allow anyone to come and influence us when we know what is right, wrong, and I know how to respect my culture. Caring, very, very important. When I started, I said our generation, that is why, is today so much keen on seeing the youth come up with change in the society, because we need you. We need the leaders who are waiting there. Don't stay behind the screen. Come forward, take over, or give your hand to someone who needs sympathy, empathy, and that is something that will show how much you care. So introspect, নিজের মধ্যে ভাবো, think within yourself about yourself. We think about our future all the time. ফিউচার কাল কি হবে, আচ্ছা চাকরি পাবো, আচ্ছা কোথায় কি হবে, আচ্ছা আমি কি কোন জায়গায় থাকবো, এই যে ফিউচারকে নিয়ে ভাবা সব সময় is not something very right. We cannot waste time having fun. এই যে সব সময় একটা হাসি ঠাট্টা হালকা এনভায়রনমেন্টের মধ্যে দিয়ে রোজকার একটা করে সকাল হয়, একটা করে রাত হয়, তার মধ্যে কি করলাম সেইটার কোনো অ্যানালিসিস ইউথ does not do. You have to do that analysis যে আজকের দিনটা আমি কিভাবে, আমি কি কালকের থেকে আজকের মধ্যে এতটুকু অ্যাটমিক চেঞ্জ আমার মধ্যে হয়েছে? That is very, very important. You have to understand, are you changing? If you are not changing, how do you expect the world to change? How do you expect the society to change? So please do not waste time having fun. Fun, of course, you should have. Entertainment, fun, এগুলো তো দরকার মানুষের এনার্জির জন্য, but that cannot be right through the day. For everything we do, there is an opportunity cost. মনে রাখবে, just remember, if I have lost time just having useless fun, I have probably lost an opportunity, and that's a huge cost. You don't even know how you are paying for that. So everything, there is an opportunity cost. Whenever we make decisions, we tend to go for safety, whether it is about money, education, or walking the streets. There is no hope here, nothing changes. এটাই আমরা ভেবে নিজেদেরকে, we are trying to keep ourselves, restricted, because we are only looking for safety. বাবা এইটুকুনি করি, এর বাইরে যাব না, কমফর্ট জোনের মধ্যে থাকছি। অ্যান্ড হোয়াট আর উই সিইং? দের ইজ নো হোপ দের। আর এইসব ভেবে কোনো লাভ নেই। সো উই আর গেটিং ইউজ টু বিং ইন আওয়ার কমফর্ট জোনস অ্যান্ড উই আর নট প্লাঞ্জিং। ধরো একটা মাছ একটা ছোট কাঁচের বোলে আছে, আর আরেকটা বড় কাঁচের বোল পাশেই রাখা আছে। মাছটা চেষ্টা করছে উঠে উঠে ওই বড় বোলটাতে যাওয়ার, তার জন্য কিন্তু ওকে কষ্ট করতে হচ্ছে, ওকে রিস্ক নিতে হচ্ছে। কিসের রিস্ক? ওই বোলটা, বড় বোলটাতে নাও পড়তে পারে, বাইরেও পড়ে গিয়ে ওর the fish may lose its life, but doesn't matter. That change is definitely required. That try to make a change within yourself and see some new opportunities which are lying ahead, that is very important. So you are never too young to change the world. Remember that. আমরা যদি ভাবি না না আমাদের এখনো বয়স হয়নি, we are not so matured enough to change the world, আমরা কি করতে পারি? পৃথিবীকে কি আমরা চেঞ্জ করতে পারি? Can we change the world? No, no, no. That is a wrong concept. You will change the world. How? Small changes you are going to bring around. Maybe you'll start with your family. Maybe you'll start with the society, the place where you are living. So small changes will contribute to larger changes. একজনকে দেখে পাঁচজন শিখবে. So that way, you can change the world. So as you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and the other is for helping others. So this is a very, very powerful thing. আমরা অনেক সময় এটা রিয়ালাইজই করি না যে আমাদের দুটো হাত আছে, আমরা একটা হাত দিয়ে নিজেকে হেল্প করতে পারি, অন্যটা দিয়ে তো অন্য কাউকেও হেল্প করতে পারি। সো টু হ্যান্ডস শুড বি ইউটিলাইজড ফর পজিটিভ গ্রোথ, development, and work for peace. The more youth begin to recognize that they have a voice, the more change is possible. যত তুমি রিয়েলাইজ করবে that they have a voice, you have a voice, the more the change is possible. তুমি যদি মনে করো যে না 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 আমরা কি আর করতে পারি, আমাদের দ্বারা আর কি হতে পারে, আরে গুরুজনরা আছে, বড়রা আছে, no, you have a voice because you people have got diverse ideas. Your brains are more young than us, so you can do a whole lot of change. But something that you need to raise your voice to bring change in the society. So only the youth can bring society. All young generation full of energy, only you can bring change. And before you leave and before I leave, let me just tell you one thing. Remember, dream big, but with your eyes open. Don't dream while you are sleeping only. If you keep your eyes open and dream, then you can fix your vision, your goal. So then you can focus on the goal. You will overcome all obstacles. Once your eyes are fixed on the goal, no obstacle can stop you, because we have got tremendous energy to actually overcome obstacles. It is just that our self-talk keeps us, little within ourselves, and we don't like to break those boundaries. There is no substitute to hard work. This is a very, very permanent kind of a statement which you should believe in, no matter which age. Even at this age, we people believe in hard work, and we are contributing our whatever little that we can for the society through hard work, because there is no substitute. You want to be a successful person, you have to work hard. You cannot show a person who is successful who has not worked hard. Lying down on bed has become successful. There is no such example in the world. So aim at being the best, not only for India, maybe for the world. You can be one of the Say today Sunita Williams is in space. We have got such names. I can, go on and on, who have created a name as an Indian in the world. So maybe you people, one of you from here, can also make a name for yourself, not only in India, but also in the world. Important to be positive. Always be positive. Be optimistic. That hobby, parbo, korbo. So this positive, being optimistic, and of course self confident. Be self confident. Believe in yourself. নিজের ওপরে আস্থা রাখো। আমি পারবো, আমার মধ্যে আছে। But yes, you have to understand, first discover what your skills are, what your qualities are, and what will match those skills, and then fix your goal. Otherwise, what is going to happen? You are going to keep wasting time to achieve something which probably is not your forte at all. তোমার এরিয়াই নয়, কিন্তু তুমি আপ্রাণ চেষ্টা করে চলেছো, that will not give you the needful achievement of the goal. So with that, I stop sharing, and I wish you a fantastic life ahead, where you people can actually come up with ideas, come up with brilliant energy to bring about change in this society, in the country, and then maybe the world waits for you to come up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharburi. We are thankful to Professor Sharburi Shaha for delivering her wonderful and thoughtful session on the topic. Madam, it was our pleasure to have you as our esteemed guest speaker today. Thank you.
It was
Thank
also
you
a
once
great
again.
pleasure for me to be with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, your institute, which thought of me. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Now
May I
we'll
leave?
start.
May I leave?
Yes, Sharburi. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Now we'll start our second session. We have our very own Professor Shananda Laha. Shananda. Hello, Shananda. Yes. Shananda, now it's over to you.
Thank you, Chitratavi. Let me first warn you people, there might be major disturbances coming from the background because there's some sort of celebration going around in my vicinity over which I have very little control. Um, Thank you, NSS unit, Victoria Institution College. Thank you, our esteemed principal ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this occasion of World Youth Skill Day. I'm going to deliver whatever I will in a very informal manner, just as you're used to listening to me. The topic I have chosen actually is the need of skill development in the youth, or rather, you can say the need to introduce more additional skill acquisition program in the higher education arena. Am I audible to all of you? শুনতে পাচ্ছ তো সকলে? কোনো প্রবলেম হচ্ছে না তো? প্লিজ একটুখানি রেসপন্ড করো। Am I audible, Abhilasha? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So the problem is that, okay, most importantly, today is World Youth Skill Day. And the theme of Youth Skill Day 2024 is peace and development. So in today's talk, I am basically going to talk about the developmental part, development pertaining to the individual development, leading to the overall societal development, and how will this development take place if you acquire new, or if you hone the already existing skills that you have. Now, skill development, this particular term, has become a major thrust area in the recent times. It's no longer relegated to the professional domain. That is, what used to happen earlier is that the individual was expected to undergo certain training, certain programs, learning the ropes of the trade when he became part of that workforce. But the scene has completely changed. In fact, skill development is becoming a sort of an essential component for students from a very young age, say from the school level only. Um, it's kind of almost a prerequisite before you can join or become part of the workforce. You may not realize it at the outset, but just take your time and think. Have you haven't you already realized the how the course names? I guess we have students from both the CBCS and the CCA format. Both in both this format, you people have courses called skill enhancement courses, ability enhancement courses. So, very perceptibly, the importance of skill development has already been introduced within your curriculum. But the thing is it enough? In most of the cases, you people are not even aware of the fact that the importance or the emphasis is given on developing new skills. You are just studying them or very casually studying them in most of the cases, just as one part of the curriculum. Those people who are studying honors for them, oh, this is another paper. For the general candidates, this is again we have to just do it. This another 100 marks paper that we have to complete it. But no, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The awareness is very important that the university, the Ministry of Education, everyone jointly is trying to orient you towards a new form of learning. Alongside your curricular learning, you have to delve into the new arena in order to acquire new skills. Because now I'm going to read out something that I've written. Skill development is at the center of the changes happening in education and job market amid the global mega trends such as automation, digitalization of products, services, climate change. So these evolving trends are about to and had almost redefined the paradigms of education and workforce development globally, in a sense. In the dynamic landscape, in this dynamic landscape of the global job market, education and workforce development system must become more personalized, accessible, and continuous along throughout the worker's career throughout his career, making skill development the very cornerstone of this global transition. And alongside, even the skill development programs will have to adapt and change accordingly, because in the near future we will see how most of you will probably like to engage in freelancing, informal jobs, or self-employment that maybe might be become more profitable, productive, and conducive for economic growth. Hence, to succeed in the upcoming times job market, in the new job arena, one needs a comprehensive skill set and also a well-founded, designed skill acquisition programs. The skill acquisition programs, it's quite good if they are becoming part of the curriculum, but to make their importance felt, to make the students, the learners realize the need, the importance, I think it's uh, kind of important that we also introduce some additional programs. And kind of at first we are kind of compelling you people, forcing you people to take up those courses. I've just read out or said things of what things are like or how things are about to become. And but what is the reality of the situation? I hope you all agree with me. সকলে আমার সাথে agree করবে আমার মনে হয় যখনই, and because I'm addressing my students from my institute, I'll also be referring to the initiatives taken by our own college towards this additional skill acquisition programs that we have developed for our students. Now the scenario is that we have introduced add-on courses, we have formed activity clubs, and we are constantly requesting you people to please join, become part of these add-on courses. Because what is the scenario? We hardly get students. Every year this is the case, because somewhere down the line you people are not ready to accept the fact that this is also equally important. কারিকুলামে যেটা পড়ছো, তোমাদের যা সাবজেক্ট ম্যাটার আছে সিলেবাসের অন্তর্গত, সেগুলো যেরকম পড়তে হবে, তার সাথে সাথে এই অ্যাডিশনাল স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম অ্যাড অন কোর্সের ফর্মে যেগুলো আমরা তোমাদের সামনে আনছি, সেগুলোকেও ইকুয়াল ওয়েটেজ দিয়ে করতে হবে, কারণ এগুলো খুব দরকার। এখন হ্যাঁ, এক্সকিউজ আছে, প্রবলেমস আছে, ইউ অলওয়েজ কাম এন্ড টেল আস দ্যাট ম্যাম সিলেবাস কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, এত চাপ আছে, এই আছে। So I can understand from your standpoint that you often get confused which one to prioritize, whether to prioritize your degree course, the formal program that you are part of, the bachelor's program that you are part of, all this. I think this is this case in most of the places. সব জায়গায় এই ইস্যুটা উঠে আসছে। So this is the real scenario যে আমরা বলছি স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট দরকার, এত অ্যাওয়ারনেস প্রোগ্রাম, এত সেমিনার কনফারেন্সেস হচ্ছে, গভর্নমেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়ার হাজার রকমের ইনিশিয়েটিভস নিচ্ছে স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট আমাং ইউথদের জন্য, বাট আউটকামটা কি, রেজাল্টটা এখনো খুব একটা ফলপ্রসূ কিন্তু হচ্ছে না। এর মধ্যে পিছনে কারণটা প্রবাবলি যে তোমরা কোথাও না কোথাও এই রিয়েলাইজেশন তোমাদের মধ্যে এখনো আসছে না যে কারিকুলাম লার্নিং বা তোমাদের যে বেসিক এডুকেশন ফর্মাল লার্নিং অ্যাজ পার্ট অফ ইউর ইউজি প্রোগ্রাম বা ব্যাচেলার্স প্রোগ্রাম, সেটা যতটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সেটা হচ্ছে ইউ শুড টেক ইট অ্যাজ ইউর বেসিক লার্নিং। ইটস অ্যাকচুয়ালি ক্রিয়েটিং দ্য বেস। জানতে হবে তো সবকিছু সম্পর্কে। এখন সিলেবাস বা কারিকুলাম যখন ফ্রেম করে ইউনিভার্সিটি, তাদের সব দিক মাথায় রেখে করতে হয়, সকলের দিকটা, সকলের এবিলিটিস গুলোকে কেটার করার জন্য করতে, সব দিক কভার করার জন্য করতে হয়। বাট স্কিল প্রোগ্রাম, স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রামস ইজ সামথিং দ্যাট কাইন্ড অফ কেটার্স টু ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালস, যার যা স্কিল রিকোয়ার্ড বা যার যা অ্যাপটিটিউড আছে যে স্কিলের প্রতি, সেই জায়গায় সে চলে যেতে পারে। তো প্লিজ ইউ হ্যাভ টু লার্ন টু ব্যালেন্স বোথ সাইডস। তোমাদের একদিকে যেরকম কারিকুলাম লার্নিংটাকে এমফ্যাটিক্যালি পড়তে হবে, কারণ এটা তোমাদের বেস, তার উপরে যে সুপার স্ট্রাকচারটা তৈরি হচ্ছে, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম। দ্যাট ইজ ওয়াই আমি আমার টকটা এটাই রেখেছি যে দ্য নিড টু ইন্ট্রোডিউস মোর অ্যান্ড মোর ওয়েল প্ল্যান্ড additional skill acquisition programs in the domain of higher education, যাতে তোমরা কারিকুলাম স্টাডির সাথে সাথে সাইড বাই সাইড ব্যালেন্স করে এই স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট কোর্সেস গুলো টেক আপ করো। Because believe me, the skill development programs are the wings that are going to propel you to a better future, to new opportunities. And you cannot ignore this fact. কোনো রকম এক্সকিউজ দিয়ে কিন্তু আর তোমরা এই কোর্সেস গুলোকে বা এই ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রামস গুলোকে সাইডলাইন করতে পারবে না। এরপরে তো যা কারেন্ট ট্রেন্ড হচ্ছে, এরপরে আরো বেশি কম্পালসারি হয়ে যাবে, তখন তো নিতেই হবে। সো ইটস বেটার তোমরা এখন থেকে স্ব ইচ্ছা এগুলো নাও, অ্যান্ড ইচ্ছাটা তখনই জানবে যখন এর ইম্পর্টেন্স গুলো তোমরা জানবে। ইম্পর্টেন্স গুলো স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম, স্কিলের ইম্পর্টেন্স গুলো জানানোর জন্যই এত ইনিশিয়েটিভ নেওয়া হচ্ছে, সেই জন্যই আজকে আমরা ইউথ স্কিল ডে অবজার্ভ করছি, সেজন্যই গভর্নমেন্টের এত রকমের ইনিশিয়েটিভ প্রোগ্রামস রয়েছে। কিছুক্ষণ আগে সর্বরী ম্যাম বলছিলেন যে আমরা সারাক্ষণ আমাদের সাথী হচ্ছে মোবাইল ফোন। মোবাইল ফোনে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ায় নানান রকম জিনিস দেখা হচ্ছে, ফেসবুক, ইনস্টা, ছবি আপলোড করা, একটা ভার্চুয়াল ইলিউশনের, একটা রিয়ালিটি, একটা ইলিউশনের মধ্যে তোমরা সময় কিভাবে কেটে যাচ্ছে। ইউ স্টার্ট সার্ফিং ইউর ফোন, একটা কিছু সার্ফ করতে করতে ভাবছো 2 মিনিট কেটেছে, ঘড়িতে দেখো 2 ঘন্টা কেটে গেছে। Instead of doing these things, instead of wasting your precious time and resources, why don't you search, look for new programs, new courses, new information in same social media platform গুলোতে, same YouTube এ, same নানান রকম সাইটে চেক করলে তোমরা দেখবে there are various free, often free online courses available. Initially যে কোর্সেস গুলো আমরা ইনস্টিটিউশনে তোমাদের জন্য রাখছি, ইন্ট্রোডিউস করছি, বা যে কোর্সেস গুলো তোমরা হাতের কাছে পাচ্ছ ফ্রি, সেগুলো টেক আপ করো, সেখান থেকে তোমাদের বেসিক আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংটা তৈরি করো, অ্যান্ড দেন মুভ অন টু হায়ার কোর্সেস, যেখানে হয়তো ফিজ গুলো একটু হাই, যেগুলো আরো বেশি রিফাইন্ড ওয়েতে তোমাদেরকে ট্রেন করবে ফর সার্টেন স্কিলস। বাট দ্য enthusiasm is very required on your part. আমরা এত কষ্ট করে প্রোগ্রামস করছি, বাট এখন বাড়িতে বসে কিভাবে কি পশ্চারে লোকে শুনছে লেকচারটা, I really don't know. I'm just requesting you, it's an ardent plea on behalf of the teachers community, I guess, from the institution's behalf, ki the courses that we are introducing before you, the add-on courses, the skill development programs, আমাদের কলেজে প্রত্যেক বছর মহিন্দ্রা প্রাইড ক্লাসরুমের সাথে কোলাবোরেশনে আমরা কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলস, এমপ্লয়েবিলিটি স্কিলস, প্রফেশনাল এথিক্স, সফট স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট এগুলোর উপরে অ্যাড অন কোর্সেস অফার করছি। তোমরা অলরেডি অ্যাড অন কোর্সেস পাচ্ছ প্রফেশনাল স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্টের জন্য। আমাদের ফটোগ্রাফি কোর্স আছে, লাস্ট টাইম বেঙ্গলি ডিপার্টমেন্ট থিয়েটার অ্যাক্টিং অ্যাজ এ প্রফেশন কোর্স অফার করেছে। There are obviously computer courses offered by Weber, Bajaj FinServ, যাদের সাথেও কলেজের মুভ হয়েছে তারাও একটা কোর্স অফার করেছে ফর স্পেশালি কমার্স স্টুডেন্টস। There are discipline specific courses that are being introduced by the Department of Physics. সমস্ত we are taking baby steps in this way to help you students become job ready, to help you students take interest and become a part of this greater program যেটা তোমাদের beyond the curriculum ready করতে হেল্প করবে। সিমিলারলি আমরা যে চেষ্টা করছি সেটা যদি তোমাদের সাইড থেকে রেসপন্স না পাই তাহলে তো সেই চেষ্টাটা বিফল হয়ে যাবে। সেজন্যে on this day, World Youth Skill Day, I want to draw your attention towards this area. Skill development কেন important? Without skill development আজকে কোথাও গিয়ে কোনো লাভ হবে না জবের ক্ষেত্রে। তোমরা যদি খুব কনভেনশনাল এখনো পর্যন্ত, when I talk with my students, most of you are present here, I get this kind of reaction or response from them যে ম্যাম at the end of the day বাবা মা তো চাইবে মাস্টার্স করি, না হলে কোনো না কোনো সরকারি চাকরির। বাট আজকে তোমরা বাড়িতে বসে শুনছো, I would very much like to address you and your parents as well. তারা যদি শোনেন আমার কথা, জব মার্কেট চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, ডিমান্ড চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, জব মার্কেটের সিনারিও ক্রমশ ইভলভ করছে। তো ইভলভিং সিচুয়েশনে তোমরা যদি নিজেদেরকে ইভলভ না করো তাহলে কিন্তু তোমরা পিছিয়ে পড়বে। কনভেনশনাল ট্রেডিশনাল যে প্রফেশনাল এরিনাস গুলো আছে সেগুলোর জন্য যেরকম করতে হবে সেরকম নিজেদেরকে আরেকটু যদি ফ্লেক্সিবল করো, নিউ স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রামে পার্টিসিপেট করো, নিউ স্কিলস অ্যাকোয়ার করো, তাহলে তোমাদের জন্য রাস্তাটা আরো খুলে যাবে। There are so many opportunities awaiting you. দেখো COVID at time, the pandemic era became the kind of watershed moment for us for this change. প্যান্ডেমিকের সময় প্রচুর লোক তাদের জব হারিয়েছে, আবার প্রচুর লোক যারা কিছু করতো না তারা নিজেদের আইডিয়াস গুলোকে ইউটিলাইজ করে তারা কিন্তু স্বনির্ভর হয়েছে। তারা নানান রকম নতুন জবে ঢুকেছে, জব মানে সেলফ এমপ্লয়েড হয়েছে টু সার্টেন এক্সটেন্ট, সেটাও তো একটা কমেন্ডেবল পার্ট। সুতরাং চেষ্টা, ইচ্ছা, these things are very important. If you can, and hence this courses will help you identify the areas. This will kind of guide you to such an extent so that later on তোমরা এটার উপরে আরো ফার্দার নিজেদেরকে ডেভেলপ করার জন্য আর যা যা রিকোয়ারমেন্ট সেগুলো করতে পারো। কি এরিয়াস গুলো এখন ম্যাম আপনি বলছেন যে স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রচুর আছে, একটা করে দেখো। এবং আমার মতে there are few core skills that all of you should take interest in being part of this UG program. These core skills are offered. এগুলো আমরা এমনিতেও শেখাতাম, এখন এগুলো আরো বেশি করে আইডেন্টিফাই হচ্ছে, আলাদা করে আমরা এগুলোকে পিন পয়েন্ট করছি। কিন্তু স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট কতটা হচ্ছে তোমাদের মধ্যে সেটা নিয়ে একটা প্রশ্ন চিহ্ন রয়ে গেছে। জাস্ট কিছুক্ষণ আগে সর্বরী ম্যাম যখন একটা গল্প শোনালেন, a very nice story about a boy who used to be an onlooker at first and later on একটা সময় সে তার আইডিয়াস গুলোকে ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করছে and become successful. And she asked, what's the story going to end? What is going to be the end of the story? তোমরা কেউ কোনো কথা বললে না, চুপ করে থাকলে। তো সব থেকে বড় স্কিল যেটা তোমাদের সকলের আছে কিন্তু ঠিক জায়গায় এসে তোমরা সেটাকে ইউটিলাইজ করো না, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য কমিউনিকেশন স্কিল। Being a teacher of English, I keep on telling you people, you do have papers of communicative English and stuff like that, but paper syllabus ওই একটা জায়গায় stagnant হয়ে পড়ে আছে। How many of you actually identify this skill gap that you have? Communication এর ক্ষেত্রে all of you are suffering, be it a student of English honors or be it a student of BA General. Everyone must start working consciously towards their communication. Those who already are good in their communication skills should try and learn new things. Learning never ends. In fact, আমি এই পুরো ডাইনামিক্সটা তোমাদেরকে বোঝাতে চাইছি যে একদিকে যেরকম তোমাদের বেসিক এডুকেশনটা চালাতে হবে, that you will learn accordingly as given in your syllabus. You have to sit for exams, you have to pass the exams, you have to earn a degree. Simultaneously, you will take up additional courses to hone your skills or to acquire new skills. And শুধু skills শিখলে শুধু কোর্সটা করে বসে থাকলে হবে না, তারপরে নেক্সট পার্টটা ফলো করতে হবে, and that is to put the skills into practice. So you have to take up internship programs. এখন CCF এ ইন্টার্নশিপটা কম্পালসরি করে দিচ্ছে, বিফোর এক্সিট ইউ হ্যাভ টু কমপ্লিট ইউর ইন্টার্নশিপ। বাট যারা CBCS এ আছো আমি তাদেরকেও বারবার বলি, ফাইন, তোমাদের হয়তো ইন্টার্নশিপ কম্পালসরি নয়, বাট ইফ পসিবল গো ahead, look into the social medias. There are various internship programs available. সেখানে take part in those. মুখের কোর্স করো। Internship program গুলো will help you to put your skills into practice. তুমি কোনো একটা স্কিল শিখলে সেটা কতটা মানে এফেক্টিভ হচ্ছে সেটার জন্য প্র্যাকটিস দরকার। And eventually তোমার ক্যারিয়ারটা দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে not based on your degree that you are earning, but on the skills and their implementation and the experience you gain. So the degree, the skills plus the experience, that will shape up your career, what it's going to be like. Without experience, you are hardly to get a job. Job experience demand করছে ডিগ্রির সাথে সাথে। তো এক্সপিরিয়েন্স কিসের হবে? কাজ করতে হবে, কাজ পেতে গেলে স্কিল শিখতে হবে, স্কিল জানতে হবে। এই স্কিলগুলো আস্তে আস্তে নিজেরা নিজেদের ইচ্ছায়, দেখো তোমাদের জোর করে যতই কিছু শেখানোর চেষ্টা আমরা করি না কেন, এটা কখনো সাকসেসফুল হয় না। So I want you people to realize the importance of the skills. Communication skill is so very important. Obviously we are bound by time. ক্লাসে সবসময় পসিবল হয় না, সকলকে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি কেটার করাও পসিবল হয় না, কিন্তু তোমার যদি নিজের ইচ্ছা থাকে, you can go ahead, you can interact with your teachers, you can take part in this communication skills programs that the college is introducing at the end of each sessions. প্রত্যেক ফাইনাল ইয়ার স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে মহিন্দ্রা প্রাইড ক্লাসরুমের তরফ থেকে ইন কোলাবোরেশনে কলেজ প্রত্যেকবার কমিউনিকেশন স্কিল, সফট স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট এগুলোর উপরে প্রোগ্রামস ইন্ট্রোডিউস করছে, কিন্তু আমরা টেকার্স পাই না, আমরা পার্টিসিপেন্টস পাই না। Career counseling cell is doing a fabulous job in our college, bringing these new courses for you people, but you people do not show any interest. This can't be. এটা তোমাদের জন্য, তোমাদেরকে বুঝতে হবে, you have to realize and you have to take up this courses because there's so many things to learn. You have to develop your communication skills, you have to develop your public speaking skills, writing skills. In English only we have academic writing as our set paper. But how many of you are actually practicing writing? Many of you probably will take up masters in maybe a few months after you pass out, after you complete your graduation. But echono porjonto, being a teacher, I know that your writing is not perfect. So you need to, you can take up other, online skill development programs as well. There are multiple online skill development, on writing skill, on speaking skill. প্রচুর ইউটিউব ভিডিওস আছে যেগুলো তোমরা, প্রচুর ফ্রি প্রোগ্রামস আছে যেগুলো তোমরা obviously take up করতে পারো alongside, just to get your development running. তোমাদের যে একটা লিনিয়ার ডেভেলপমেন্টের দিকে তোমরা যাচ্ছ সেটা না করে you have to be multitasking at the same time. সবকিছু করতে হবে, because চাকরি পেয়ে যাওয়ার পরও, even after you land up a job, today's scenario is like that. Even after you land up a job, you have to keep on upgrading yourself. I don't know how many of you have heard these particular terms, upskilling, cross-skilling, reskilling. এগুলো এখন কর্পোরেট সেক্টরে বা জব এরিনাতে খুব কমন টার্মস হয়ে গেছে। তোমরা জব করতে করতে তোমাদেরকে দেখতে হবে যে কোন স্কিলটা, মেবি যে প্রোগ্রামে তুমি কাজ করছো সেই প্রোগ্রামে আর কিছু করার নেই, সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু লার্ন নিউ সেট অফ স্কিলস সো দ্যাট ইউ ক্যান শিফট ইনটু আ নিউ প্রোগ্রাম। সো the process of learning is going to be continuous, and you have to realize that and you have to become part of that. There is no end to it. There is no ওই দিন চলে গেছে যে আমি চাকরি পেয়ে গেলাম, তারপরে বাস বসে আনন্দ করে চাকরি করে যাচ্ছি, আর কিছু করতে হবে না। That those days are gone. So you have to realize this and start it from the very beginning. এখন থেকে practice করো, এখন থেকে এই জিনিসটা শুরু করলে এটা তোমাদের sustain করবে. And there are so many new things coming up. And then I actually wanted to talk a great deal about the different skills, but আমি already দেখছি attendance করতে শুরু করেছে. So this is the problem that I was talking about. Let me just give you some ideas কি কোন স্কিল গুলো এখন মার্কেটে ডিমান্ডে আছে, কোন স্কিলস গুলো আমরা করতে পারি. Many of you probably listening today are from the humanities department, non technical background. তাদের জন্য স্কিলস আছে কিনা, সবসময় তো মোস্ট অফ দ্য মানে যে স্কিলস গুলো এখন প্রচন্ড হাইপে আছে, ফর এক্সাম্পল ডেটা অ্যানালিসিস, মেশিন লার্নিং, এআই, ম্যাম এগুলো আমরা কি পারবো? দোজ কামিং ফ্রম দ্য হিউম্যানিটিস ডিপার্টমেন্ট। ইভেন আমি খুঁজে দেখেছি, তোমরাও যদি এখন থেকে সার্চ করো, if you kind of direct your searches properly, then you will coming from the non-technical background. Many of our ex-students are actually working as prompt engineers. Many of our, one of my students from my department has landed up a job where she has become an analyst of commercials, TV commercials, because nowadays commercials are not relegated into the domain of television. আমরা ইভেন দেখছি যে মোবাইলে তুমি একটা ইউটিউবে কিছু প্রোগ্রাম দেখছো, সঙ্গে সঙ্গে কমার্শিয়ালস চলে এলো। এই কমার্শিয়াল অ্যানালিসিস, তো শি ওয়াজ ফ্রম অ্যান ইংলিশ অনার্স ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড, শি ওয়াজ ফ্রম অ্যান আর্টস ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড, but then she landed up a job in this data analysis only. So there are definitely programs for people from the non-technical background as well. You just need to look for them. Conventional job, conventional professional arenas এর বাইরেও আজকে প্রচুর opportunities are waiting for you people. I'll request you and your family as well to look beyond that. And তার জন্য যা যা skill দরকার, there are plenty of skills also that you can develop. And most importantly, আজকে after the pandemic, this also became kind of a race, self-employment. If you can work on your entrepreneurial skills, then also you can come up with new things. I always discuss so many ideas. Watch this kind of programs instead of watching rubbish things in the television or in the social media. Go ahead and watch those meaningful programs. People are talking about the startups, this innovative ideas, starting their new business, how they're planning the whole thing. There are so many things that you can, new things that you can introduce যেটা আগে হয়তো কেউ করেনি. If you look at these, look at the skill development program in this way, then it will also become very interesting. এটা কোনো boring additional burden হবে না. The approach that you people need to take up is that this is necessary for me, for my development, for my future career, and এটা কতটা ইন্টারেস্টিং. Similarly, like আজকে আমি তোমাকে একটা ডায়েট করতে বললাম, ডায়েটের সব খাবার দাবার বন্ধ হয়ে গেল, তোমার ডায়েটটা তুমি কন্টিনিউ করতে পারবে না। বাট ডায়েটের মধ্যেই যদি ইন্টারেস্টিং খাবার দাবার রাখো, তাহলে ডায়েটটা কিন্তু তুমি কন্টিনিউ করতে পারবে সাকসেসফুলি। সিমিলারলি যে কোনো প্রোগ্রাম, যে কোনো পড়াশোনার ক্ষেত্রে ইন্টারেস্ট আছে, তোমার অ্যাপটিটিউড অনুযায়ী তোমার রিসোর্সেস, দ্যাট ইজ অলসো ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। রিসোর্সেসটা তো আমরা ইগনোর করতে পারি না, সকলে সবসময় রিসোর্সেস থাকে না। যার যেটুকু রিসোর্সেস অ্যাভেলেবল আছে সেইটুকু দিয়েই যদি তোমরা স্টার্ট করো, just take up this approach. Okay, this is also equally important. পড়াশোনার সাথে সাথে সিলেবাস কমপ্লিশন, পরীক্ষা, আর্নিং দ্য ডিগ্রি, এটা যেরকম ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সিমিলারলি আমাদের এই অ্যাড অন কোর্সেস গুলো, এই নিউ কোর্সেস গুলো যেগুলো কলেজে তোমাদের সুবিধার জন্য ইন্ট্রোডিউস করা হচ্ছে, বা বাইরে অনলাইন কোর্সেস, ফ্রি কোর্সেস আর যা যা অ্যাভেলেবল আছে, take them up, prepare yourself. And তার আগে সবার প্রথমে তোমাদের ওই গ্যাপস গুলোকেও আইডেন্টিফাই করতে হবে যে আমাদের কোন স্কিল গ্যাপস গুলো তৈরি হয়েছে। You have to identify the skill gaps. You have to also do a proper recce of the skills which are in demand and take them up and prepare yourself in that way. And this is going to be a long process, my friend. So buckle up. খুব মানে lackadaisical attitude নিয়ে চললে আর চলবে না. Hard times are awaiting us. So you realize this and you start working hard. Be self-aware. I really don't want to give a long lecture. I just want this event, this day to be meaningful for you. I want to drive home the message that the skill day, skill development program, government of India, please net খুলে একবার দেখো গভর্নমেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়ার হাজার রকমের নতুন নতুন স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট ইনিশিয়েটিভ প্রোগ্রামস হচ্ছে, তোমাদের বারবার আমরা পুশ করে এই সেমিনার ওই সেমিনারে পাঠাই। এগুলো একটা পয়েন্টের পরে আমরাও হাল ছেড়ে দিই, তোমরাও কোনো ইন্টারেস্ট দেখাও না, বাট এটা করলে হবে না। নিজের থেকে উদ্যোগী হয়ে ভলান্টিয়ার করতে হবে এই প্রোগ্রামগুলোর জন্য। দেন only these programs will become meaningful and it will be useful for you people at the same time. So be self-aware, realize your needs, your loopholes, your gaps, do a proper research of what are the things that are trending, what are the things that are in demand. Prepare yourself, mold yourself accordingly. You have to be super flexible. এখন আর একরকম একটা জিনিস নিয়ে ধরে বসে থাকলাম আমি এটাই হব, আমি টিচারই হব, আমি ডক্টরই হব না। You have to keep yourself open to new possibilities because they are beckoning you. They're trying to draw your attention. So prepare yourself accordingly, and you have to have this approach that you have to work hard, because without working hard and without giving your 100%, you won't be able to succeed. And it is going to be a continuous process. So best of luck for the youth, for our young students. I hope একটুখানি তোমাদের বোঝাতে পারলাম যে এই দিনটা আমরা কেন সেলিব্রেট করছি, কলেজ কেন বারবার এত রকম প্রোগ্রামস করে তোমাদেরকে ইনভলভ করার চেষ্টা করছে। It's all for your good, it's all for your benefit. I hope that next time we don't have to push you, compel you, rather many of you will volunteer and come up and take part in these programs on your own. I would like to stop here, Chitrita Ji. Thank you. Oh, I had prepared a presentation, but I forgot to share it.
Thank you, Shananda. Thank you for delivering a wonderful and thoughtful session. Thank you for being with us as our esteemed resource person today. স্টুডেন্টরা, যদি তোমাদের কোনো কোশ্চেন থাকে তোমরা ম্যাডামকে জিজ্ঞাসা করো। ম্যাডাম অনেক কিছু তোমাদের বুঝিয়ে বলেছেন, অনেক কথাই বলেছেন যেগুলো এবার কিন্তু তোমাদের ভাবতে হবে, কারণ এই প্রোগ্রামগুলো তোমাদের জন্যই করা, তোমাদের কথা ভেবেই করা, ঠিক আছে? ফলে এই যে প্রশ্ন করা, উত্তর দেওয়া, এগুলোতে আস্তে আস্তে তোমাদের কিন্তু অভ্যস্ত হতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা, আমি একটা ছোট্ট রিকোয়েস্ট করছি, যারা আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরা আছে এবং যে ফ্যাকাল্টি মেম্বাররা আছেন, সবাই যদি একটু ক্যামেরাটা একটু অন করেন, আমরা জাস্ট 1 মিনিটের জন্য একটু যদি ভিডিওটা অন করেন। স্টুডেন্টরা একটু তোমরা জাস্ট 1 মিনিটের জন্য অন করো, যারা স্টুডেন্টরা আছো, জাস্ট ফর 1 মিনিট। সবাই আসছে। থ্যাংক ইউ। আচ্ছা, আমাদের মাঝখানে উমাদি আছেন। উমাদি আমাদের সিনিয়র মোস্ট টিচার এবং আমাদের আগের টিআইসি। উমাদি কিছু বলবেন? উমাদি গাড়িতে আছেন দেখতে পাচ্ছি। উমাদি কিছু বলবেন?
সরি, একটা শব্দ আমি মিস করিনি চিত্রিতা, কিন্তু গাড়ি চালাচ্ছি আমি, মানে এক্ষুনি সিগন্যালে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে পুলিশ, যে কোনো সময় আমাকে ধরে ফেলবে। তো আই এম ওভারওয়েলমড বাই দ্য ইলোকুয়েন্স and motivation, capacity of to motivate and inspire. এরপরে যদি আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরা যদি এগিয়ে না আসে, তাহলে আমি বিশ্বাসই করতে পারি না সেটা হবে। আমার ধারণা আজকে দুজন আমাদের খুব কাছের মানুষ, এবং যিনি বাইরে থেকে এসেছিলেন, এত সুন্দর করে মোটিভেট করলেন আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরা নিশ্চয়ই এই সমস্ত প্রোগ্রামে জয়েন করবে পরে। আমি এর বেশি এই মুহূর্তে আর বলতে পারছি না। আই এম রিয়েলি ভেরি মাচ ইমপ্রেসড। থ্যাংক ইউ চিত্রিতা।
থ্যাংক ইউ মাদি। আমাদের NSS ইউনিটের তরফ থেকে we extend our sincere thanks to all our teacher members of our college NSS unit, and extend our sincere thanks to our joint IQAC coordinator Dr. Sudeep Kumar Sinha for our constant support and technical support also. We are thankful to our principal, respected principal, Dr. Moitri Ray Kanjilal, and for our constant support and encouragement. And thanks to Shumallo, our IQAC coordinator, and all the members of IQAC. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.